Welcome to the 7th IOSC International Conference. Good day, everyone. I am Hazel Joyce Masinadsong Cariaga from Davao Oriental State University. I'm going to present to you my study entitled Rural Realities, a phenomenological study on the food choices of students with extreme nutritional status. Cordero 2024 stated that, according to the latest United Nations report, the state of food security and nutrition in the world reported that 5.9 million Filipinos were undernourished between 2020 and 2022, the second highest number in Southeast Asia. Poor food choices in young children, such as unhealthy snacks and drinks, lead to nutrient deficiencies and poor growth. It also harmed children's mental and metabolic health. In Mati City, a school nurse reports a rise in wasted students due to poor food choices, resulting in frequent stomach aches, fevers, and headaches. This issue persists even though the Department of Education promotes healthy eating in schools under DepEd Order Number 13 Series of 2017. With the foregoing scenarios, I wanted to study the reasons behind the food choices of students with extreme nutritional status living in rural areas, because I am curious about the reasons why many of the students do not eat vegetables and other nutritious food, even if it is already available in their backyards and in their community. Nowadays, most of the students and young minds are not aware about the importance of having a healthy food choice because of different reasons. Malnutrition is increasing and increasing. There was a study about factors influencing food choices of junior high school students in different countries, but in the local setting, there is none. The purpose of this study was to discover and understand the reasons behind food choices of students with extreme nutritional status in one of the schools in Mata City Division that is located in the rural areas. This study sought to answer the following questions. First, what are the lived experiences of students living in rural areas with regards to food choices? Second, what are the underlying reasons behind the food choices of students living in rural areas? And the third, what insights can be drawn from the experiences of students as regards to food choices? The theory and idea of this study gleaned through to the major concept of health promotion model by Nola Pender, 1982. HPM was designed for health protection and to achieve a high level of well-being. One of its dimensions talks about nutrition, which involves the legible selection and consumption of food essential for health and well-being. Moreover, this study is supported by Aj Sen 1991, the theory of planned behavior, in which it was intended to explain all the behavior over which people have the ability to self-control. This study utilized qualitative research design to discover and understand the reasons behind the food choices of students with extreme nutritional status living in rural areas. Specifically, this study used phenomenological approach. 10 wasted students from junior high school, regardless with their gender and economic status, were selected through purposive or selective sampling. The study was conducted in a school located in rural area within the Mati City Division, and also thematic analysis was employed. Ethical considerations is very important, especially when there is a human subject involved. Careful consideration should be observed in planning, conducting, and reporting of the study. In line with my study, I followed the three principles of ethical conduct of Vermont Report, which are respect for person, beneficence, and justice. And now, let's go to the results of my study. So first, we have here the result for the lived experiences of students with extreme nutritional status living in rural areas with regards food choices. The students who were chosen as the participants shared their different experiences in living in rural areas when it comes to food choices. After analyzing the response of the participants, there are five major themes were developed. First is the availability of healthy food. As for the participants, one of the experiences they have about living in rural areas when it comes to food choices is that they can choose different variety of foods that are healthy. Foods that are freshly harvested from the backyard, such as vegetables and fruits, are also available. Also, the vegetables and fruits in rural areas are fresh and no chemicals added. Though healthy foods are available, it does not mean that they always eat it. This is evident to the answers shared by the participants about their lived experiences. This is true as stated by Ko et al. 2018 in their study that in rural areas, fruits, vegetables, and other nutritious foods are abundant and easily accessible. Fruits and vegetables are readily available in neighborhood. Most of the people in the community plant and harvest their own vegetables for consumption. But some rural residents and households are food insecure, which they cannot always rely on access to sufficient affordable and nutritious food at all times that would result to poor health outcomes. The second major theme is access to farming. Some of the students cited that the advantage of living in rural areas is that they have access to farming that could help them to have a healthy food choice. They could plant vegetables, fruits, and other agricultural products anytime because they have a wider land area for planting crops and they could also raise animals. In connection with this, Dodson 2018 specified that farming offers many benefits to the community. It provides the community to have healthy food choices such as fresh, healthy, and locally produced food. Raising animals such as cow provides people with milk, chicken provides eggs, and etc. The stable food supply created by farms kept people from starving. The third major theme is limited access to other food. Living in rural areas is abundant with nutritious food, but some students shared that there is limited access to seafood, no pizza, cake, and spaghetti, and because of this, they cannot choose what they wanted to eat and cannot eat what they like. They also have fishes and chicken, but they sell it done eaten. In connection with this, U 2019 stressed that living in rural areas have many advantages and also have many disadvantages. One of the disadvantages in rural areas, particularly in low-income areas, experience limited access to other food. Limited access to food is due to the absence of markets and grocery stores. He added that the reasons why choosing what to eat is so difficult because we have limited resources to food. The fourth major theme is preference to unhealthy food. Since rural areas are abundant with nutritious food like vegetables and fruits, but still students practice and prefer to eat unhealthy food. Some students stated that they would rather eat unhealthy food than vegetables and fruits. Students' experiences revealed that they are always eating dried fish and junk foods. Also at home, they usually prepared unhealthy food such as noodles, canned goods, and eating frozen meat. In line with this, Marugizan and Mahendra Prabhu 2024 emphasized the significant impact of unhealthy food on health. They noted that consuming unhealthy foods leads to a range of health issues. The habit of eating junk food is increasingly prevalent among the younger population, especially children. A major concern is that the rise in unhealthy eating is contributing to the growing rates of weight problem, which in return exacerbates other health problems. The fifth major theme is inaccessibility of the city. The students mentioned that markets and restaurants are far from their location, making travel time consuming and expensive. Although most nutritious foods are available in their community, there are some foods they need that are only available at the market. Usman and Calio Concha 2021 stated that market access plays a crucial role in improving the diet and food security of smallholder households. Market access helps by providing more and different types of nutritious food. Households near markets tend to have more varied diets and spend more on food than those far from markets. And the last major theme is financial incapacity. Some participants stated that they cannot eat what they wanted to eat because of lack in financial. That is why they preferred to eat canned goods, dried fish, and other unhealthy food. Some students answered that they need to work hard in order for them to buy food. Also, in rural areas, their life is hard and they cannot afford to buy expensive viands. They also wanted to eat meat and fish, but they cannot afford due to poorness. In connection with this, Jamel et al. 2020 stressed that students need food. However, student spending on food is limited by their financial incapacity. Also, Stone et al. 2024 discovered that households with lower income are more likely to experience food insecurity and have poor diets compared to those with high incomes. And now let's go to the result of our Objective 2. After analyzing the response of the participants about the reasons behind the food choices of students with extreme nutritional status living in rural areas, there are four major themes developed. First is palatability. As per experience of the students with regards food choices, it is very important to know the reasons of having unhealthy food choices. The responses of participants revealed that one of the reasons why students chose and preferred to eat unhealthy and uncommon food because of its taste and it gives them appetite in eating. Some students preferred to eat unhealthy food because it is delicious and attractive. Also, they crave to other food because vegetables are common. The finding confirms the idea of Elsevier 2020 that palatability may influence food choice as it is proportional to the pleasure of someone experiences when eating a particular food. It depends on the sensory properties of the food such as taste, smell, texture, sound, and sight. The second major theme is curiosity. Some of the participants also answered that curiosity is one of the reasons of their food choices. They advertise on television about food encourages them to buy and eat what they have seen in television because they are curious about its taste. Some of them became jealous about what they have seen in TV advertisement. Also, reading magazines could also affect their food choices because they will become curious about the taste of the food displayed on the magazines. Elsevier 2020 stressed that food choices are shaped by social media, including books, television, and magazines. It can help to persuade people to eat the food they have seen on media. Children's magazines are under-researched and poorly regulated medium with considerable potential to influence children's food choices. The third major theme is social influence. There are different factors that could influence food choices of the students. According to them, family and friends influence them to buy and eat junk food. Especially in school, most of their friends tempted them to eat unhealthy food. At home, when parents ate meat, they can also adapt what are being practiced by their parents. Also, influences from attending occasions could also affect their food choices because most of the foods prepared are unhealthy. Youth 2020 agreed that our food choices are influenced by many external and internal factors. Scaglion 2018 added that Family is the first cultural influence when it comes to food choice. The family that surrounds child's life will have an active role in establishing and promoting behavior that will persist throughout his or her life. Parents should expose their children to a range of good food choices while acting as a positive role models. The fourth major theme is affordability. In choosing the food that they are going to eat, they always first consider its affordability. As peer experience of the students with regards food choices, one of the reasons behind their food choices is the affordability of the food. Some stated that sometimes they cannot able to buy food like meat and fishes because of its expensiveness. That is why students prefer to eat food that are affordable. Also, some shared that they wanted to buy food that are being seen in television, but they cannot able to buy it because of high cost. In line with this, Leary and Schulman 2018 stated that price sensitivity should be implemented by lowering the product price or adjusting the packaging size, allowing poor households with less cash at hand to access the product. Price and affordability are important determinants of health. Expensiveness of price of food would result to poor food choices of an individual. And now, let's go to the insights of students with extreme nutritional status living in rural areas with regards to food choices. After the relay of the students' experiences and reasons behind food choices, these are the insights of the students with regards to food choices. Based on my interview with the students, there are four major themes emerged. First theme is to eat healthy food. Some of the participants honestly said that their food choices are unhealthy, so one of the realizations to that experience is to eat healthy food. They should eat fresh fruits and vegetables always, even it is very common to them. Some students shared their thoughts that they should avoid eating junk foods and processed food and avoid buying unhealthy food. Also, they should eat food that has no preservatives contained. With these practices, it could help them to have a healthy food choice. The result confirms with the idea of Robinson and Segal 2019 that eating food that is close to nature, like vegetables and fruits, can make a huge difference to the way of an individual think, look, and feel. The second major theme is consider nutritional facts. The participants suggested that to practice a healthy food choice, an individual should be aware about the nutritional value. In choosing the food that we are going to eat, we must see to it that it contains with vitamins to avoid sickness. We need to consider those foods with medical value and approved by BFAD to ensure the healthiness of food. According to the students, we should make sure that the food that we are going to eat or to choose is full of nutrients and no chemicals added. That is why we need to read always the nutritional facts of the food in order for us to have a healthy food choices. Brussels 2018 stated that nutrition labels do affect people's food choices. Nutrition facts labels tell us about the nutrition contained of a particular product. Understanding the labels, it can help us to follow a healthy food intake and make it easier to choose the most nutritious food. The third major theme is to build a healthy community. Food choice is also dependent in the community. If most of the members in the community are having unhealthy food choices, then it has a big possibility that you will adopt those practices. That is why some of my participants suggested that in order to have a healthy food choices, we should build a healthy community through different ways. One of that ways is that we should encourage the members in the community to plant vegetables and do backyard gardening. It is also important that the community members will be knowledgeable on healthy food choice and nutrition. The result is parallel to the study of Delorme 2019, who affirmed that food insecurity disproportionately affects people in the community and is linked to poor health outcomes and poor food choices. Building a healthy community involves creating a program that gathers interested and eligible community members and stakeholders to discuss and better understanding food security issues. This program includes planting food-bearing trees and plants, creating a seed library to establish edible landscapes, and inviting various community members to share their talents. This approach reinforces positive connection and continuous cultural practices. The fourth major theme is to sell healthy foods in the canteen. Some of the participants had cited that one of their suggestions towards healthy food choices in school is to sell healthy foods in the canteen. Their canteen in school always sell biscuits, chocolates, and other sweet food, so they suggested that the canteen must sell different delicacies like puto, suman, and etc. Canteen should also serve different variety of food so that the students will not go outside the campus to buy other food. Also, canteen should sell freshly cooked viands so that they will not buy canned goods for lunch. In line with this, Sortatus 2018 asserted that food and drinks that are available in the canteen could also affect students' food choices. The school canteen is a great place to promote an enjoyment of healthy eating. For students who use the canteen regularly, the food purchased makes a significant contribution to their total food intake and nutrition. Therefore, it makes sense to ensure the best food possible is available to enhance their ability to learn and take in the information presented to them in class. In conclusion, based on the lived experiences of students with extreme nutritional status in rural area, it is evident that students experience the availability of healthy food and access to farming provide opportunities for better nutrition. However, these benefits are often offset by limited access to a variety of other foods and inaccessibility of the city, which restricts their food options. Additionally, financial incapacity further exacerbates the challenge, making it difficult for students to afford diverse and nutritious foods. These experiences collectively shape the dietary habits and nutritional status of these students, highlighting the need for targeted interventions to improve food security and dietary diversity in rural areas. The study revealed also that several key factors influence the food choices of students with extreme nutritional status living in rural areas. Palatability plays a significant role, curiosity also drives food choices, social influence affects their decisions, affordability is another crucial factor as financial constraints limit their options to more cost-effective foods. These findings highlight the complex interplay of palatability, curiosity, social influence, and affordability in shaping the dietary habits of these students. Also, this study revealed that the students with extreme nutritional statuses in rural areas should prioritize eating healthy foods, consider nutritional facts when making dietary choices, advocate for building healthy communities, and support initiatives to sell nutritious foods in the school canteens. These insights highlight a proactive approach towards promoting better nutrition and fostering healthier environments within rural educational settings. Future efforts should focus on leveraging these findings to develop targeted intervention that effectively address nutritional needs and support positive dietary behaviors among students in similar contexts. And here are my references. And that's all, and thank you for listening.